Earlier this year, I participated in a little yoga challenge led by my friend Bonnie, who is an amazing Philly fitness instructor and personal trainer. And honestly, this yoga challenge did wonders for my body. But unfortunately, after the challenge was over, I stopped. So I decided to get back on the yoga bandwagon, and I did 5 days of yoga. Now, that might sound like nothing, but here's the catch. I did 5 days of 5 different styles of yoga. So let's jump in. Day 1, restorative yoga. I kept day 1 simple with my favorite style and my favorite yogi, Fight Master Yoga. I've talked about her in a few different videos, but she's a free online resource right here on YouTube, and she has some amazing flows with her amazing personality. Restorative yoga is a calm, slow-paced practice meant to calm both body and mind while focusing on breath work. Just as the name says, it's all about restoring or healing the body. Some benefits include enhancing flexibility, boosting the immune system, balancing your nervous system, improving your overall mood, and calming the mind. Fun fact, a lot of people assume this is actually the same thing as yin yoga. They are 2 separate practices. There's a very small difference. Essentially, restorative yoga is all about healing the body and mind, while yin yoga is about getting a little bit deeper into the connective tissues from the deepest point. Personally, I love restorative yoga. It's my favorite because I have such varied movement that I do all throughout the week. A lot of it is very high intensity, or I'm just going. So it's personally a great way for me to calm my body, calm my mind, and heal. Day 2, Megaformer Yoga. Guys, I invented something. All right, I don't actually know if I invented this, but like I looked on Google and YouTube and I couldn't find any videos or articles on this. So I just invented something. Essentially, all I did was a quick vinyasa flow on the Megaformer with mostly all the springs on, so I didn't fall off. But we're gonna talk about what it is now. So now that I'm making shit up, personally, I think that Megaformer Yoga is like all about stability. All right, anyway, in seriousness, you are on an elevated platform, which does move, so your brain is already like, all right, I'm in the air and I could fall off of this because it moves. So your core is gonna have to keep you stable. Doing yoga on the Megaformer is really gonna ramp up your connection to your core stability and your center of gravity, since you're working from an elevated moving platform. Fun fact, a Megaformer is not the same thing as a Pilates reformer. The main difference between the two is that the Megaformer is fucking huge, and they actually have a stable platform on either side of the machines. If you haven't been able to tell from any other videos that I've posted or anything that I've put it on Instagram, I love the Megaformer. I think it's amazing. It is a low impact workout that's really, really versatile, and the fact that I could just pop all the springs on and do a yoga flow on it is pretty cool. So it was really relaxing, and I will probably do this in between all of my classes from now on. Day 3, hot yoga. Holy shit. It was a lot more intense than I thought it would be. So on day 3, I took a hot yoga class at the yoga room in Astoria, and I forgot a towel. So we can all see how well this went. Hot yoga is typically practiced in 105 Fahrenheit. Yeah, and it consists of various standing and stretching postures, and it's designed to raise your heart rate and exercise your muscles more than a typical yoga class would. It is really good for stress reduction, detoxification. I hate that word, but I'm putting it in there because everything talks about detoxing the body when you're doing hot yoga, but I hate that word. Anyway, fun fact, it's really good for your skin. This is super gross, but like you're sweating so much, and I mean so much, that it's kind of like a free exfoliating treatment. So you can literally just like wipe off all of the dead skin and dry skin off your face after with your towel, if you remember one. Yeah, like I said, this was a lot harder than I thought it would be, which actually just means that I'm totally going back next week. It was really tough, really challenging, and yeah, I liked it. The only thing I didn't like was that the instructor, like 3 times right at the beginning, when class was about to start, was like, raise your hand if you have never done hot yoga before. And I never done hot yoga before. But I was like, well, no one's raising their hand. I'm not gonna raise my hand. I don't wanna look like an asshole. And like, I've been practicing yoga for many years, so I didn't raise my hand. I felt like she was looking right at me, like she knew, like, so I didn't like that. But I'm gonna go back anyway. Day 4, Vinyasa Yoga. I took a really simple level 1 Vinyasa Yoga flow at my favorite local studio, Yoga Agora. Vinyasa Yoga is known for stringing postures together so they move seamlessly, aided by connecting the breath. Postures are typically held for 10 to 30 seconds, and it's more about the connection of phrases rather than sitting in them. It is the most common form of yoga practiced at most yoga studios. Vinyasa Yoga is great for mind-body connection and overall body awareness. Also, the typical things like flexibility, muscle development, and relieving any kind of mental stress. Fun fact, it's not really about your muscles, especially because you are moving through these poses pretty quickly. It's not so much about that muscle development. Vinyasa Yoga is about getting deeper into the organs. So like, yeah, you might develop some nice triceps from all those chaturangas, but with all of the twisting and the constant moving, it's more about providing strength and nourishment to your organs so that you function better as a human being from the inside out. I always enjoy a nice yoga flow. To be honest, I don't typically opt for vinyasa classes because I'm kind of an extreme person. I either like want a freaking workout or I want to take a nap on the mat. So vinyasa kind of like falls right in the middle there, and I totally see the benefits of it, but as far as my time and what my body needs, I typically go for one or the other on the opposite spectrums. Day 5, aerial yoga. Yeah, we went weird for day 5. So I decided to go to Anti-Gravity, which is the leading brand in aerial yoga in the city. Aerial yoga is essentially yoga done in the air in a special kind of hammock. Since this isn't a traditional style of yoga, every studio and facility will have their own take on the workout. Some benefits include an elevated mood, improved digestion, lymphatic drainage, improved brain function, and overall back health. Fun fact, it is suggested that you perform aerial yoga on an empty stomach or don't eat too soon before class because there's a lot of pressure put on your abdomen from hanging in the hammock and you might barf. I had a lot of fun. I love a good challenge. I definitely was like the least capable person in the room, so it's always nice to be humbled sometimes. But it was a lot of fun getting really deep stretches that I don't usually get to do because you are taking gravity into account. So it's really like lengthening. I felt a little taller when I left, which is like always nice. And overall, it was just like a nice change to my typical yoga practice. So out of the 5 different styles of yoga that I tried, I have to say my favorite is still restorative yoga. Personally, like I said at the beginning, my days are really weird. I'm doing weird stuff with my body. So for me, restorative yoga is healing all of this weird crap that I'm doing, and it's the most beneficial for me. But again, I encourage you to try lots of different things because it is fun, you will change it up a little, and you'll actually figure out what you like. So if you guys like this video, give it a little thumbs up. If you wanna see more different styles of yoga, because I know there's a lot that I didn't actually try, leave those in the comments below. Feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you soon.